Thank you, Marnie. Ready? Invite everybody to just take a deep breath. A moment of pause. I think that was the best part of my week so far. We turn to page 128 and we sing the words, Ma Yafeh Hayom.
Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's try that just like a tad bit more energy. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good. It is wonderful to be with this community on Shabbat. One of the things I've learned about being a Rabbi at Bethel is how talented and caring the community is, and there's few people that I've met that are more talented and caring than Dale Kaufman, so it's a delight to lead Shabbat worship with you. Let's take a second and turn to somebody that you may not have walked in the door with and wish them a Shabbat Shalom as well. Find out their name if you don't know it. Don't be bashful. Invite forward on page 120 to light our Shabbat candles. We'll invite forward Marnie Shiel to join us on this evening. Sheely. Next time I'll get it right. How about that? So, when it's good to do these mistakes right before Yom Kippur because you get absolved for them really quickly. So.
Marnie, do you want me to sing the blessing or do you want to? Okay.
We can sing together.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam Asher Kiddishanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu L'hadlik ner V'tzivanu L'hadlik ner Shel Shabbat. Blessed are you who commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Blessed are you who commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
words of Lecha Dodi, page 138. We'll sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad, Hishmeanu el ha-meyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mikor ha-beracha. Merosh mikedem nesucha, tov ma'aseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Hitorari, hitorari, kiva uri, 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 shidaberi, kevod Adonai, alai yiglam. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. And please rise. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha uv'tochola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, Adonai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nikabelah.
We invite you to once again rise for the words of the Baruch Hu, which are on page 146.
Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai.
by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. Ahavat Olam is page 150.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha achavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadata, Otanu limadata. Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu v'shofenu, Kumeinu na'asiach v'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, v'yorech yameinu, uvahem yegel yamam b'layla, legel yam b'layla. Ve'ahavat halal tasir, mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Mauto Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
Be seated. 154, we chant together. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom na'levavecha v'shinantam lebanecha v'ribartam ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech u'shofpecha uvkumecha u'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam המזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אלוהיכם emet. 158, Micha Mocha. Thus is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilo o seifele, no ra tehilo o seifele. Malechutecha rahu vanecha, bokei ayom l'kemashelia, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'amru. Adonai yimloch leolam leolam va'ed. Adonai yimloch leolam leolam va'ed. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
ונאמר כי בדעת יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Our nighttime prayer, the words of Hashkivenu, 160. I'm doing a little bit of a different version than what's in the prayer book, but my hunch is most of everyone knows it. If not, sing words of Lai 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 and you'll pick it up.
Join me. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chayim, ufros aleinu suchat shlomecha, ufros aleinu suchat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
162, the people of Israel shall keep Shabbat. Observing Shabbat throughout the ages is a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. In 6 days, Adonai made heaven and earth. And on the 7th day, God ceased from work and was refreshed.
Vishamru, join me. Vishamru. Israel et HaShabbat, לעשות את Beni uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. Beni uvein Yisrael, oti le'olam. Sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi'i Shavat vayinafash. Beni uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. Beni uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasot et HaShabbat ledoratam beritolam.
If you're able, I invite you to once again rise as we enter the words of the Amidah or the Tefillah. 164 is the meditation, and then we'll continue the chanting immediately after that.
Svatai tiftach, ufiagi tehilatecha, Adonai. Svatai tiftach, ufiagi tehilatecha, Adonai. Svatai tiftach, ufiagi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov,
Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadoch Hagibor Behanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Hasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Gula Libnei B'nehem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחייך כל אתה רב להושיע.
מוריד הטל, מקלקל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. Take a moment of silent prayer, silent meditation. When you're done with your individual prayer, you can be seated.
רצונים אפי להגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני 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 צורי צורי וגואלי צורי וגואלי יהיו לרצונים אפי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני 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 צורי צורי וגואלי צורי וגואלי לפניך אדוני 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 צורי צורי וגואלי צורי וגואלי.
$371 is our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach Lecholim. In the middle of the page, if you're thinking of someone in need of healing, renewal of mind or body or spirit, I invite you to share their name with our community at this time so we can add them to our prayer.
Rabbi Stephen Franklin,
Join together.
Misha our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Nishe berach imotenu mekor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we head towards Rosh Hashanah, here's an interesting high holiday edition of Did You Know? The process of turning a ram's horn into a shofar is one of hollowing out. In fact, the word shofar means hollow. The horn itself is comprised of an outer shell or covering that surrounds the bone, which is part of the animal's cranium or skull. So in order to make a shofar, the cover has to be separated from the tissue, and the whole horn is boiled and dried so that the two elements of the horn come apart easily. Once your ram's horn is hollowed out and cleaned up, the tiny end is sawed off and polished to create a mouthpiece, an aperture for the Baal Tekiah, the shofar blaster, to place on the setting of the lips. How do you say it? Embouchure? Embouchure. Which is identical, really, to how all instruments in the brass family of the orchestra are played. Buzz your lips against the mouthpiece, and voila, you've just played your first tekiah. The sound of the shofar blast holds a great deal of power and transcendent meaning in these days of awe and in Jewish tradition from the Torah till today. At times, the cry of the shofar was a battle cry, the alert of a besieging army. We see this most profoundly in the book of Joshua, at the conquest of Jericho. This is what the book of Joshua says. Now Jericho was shut up tight because of the Israelites. No one could leave or enter. And God said to Joshua, "See, I will deliver Jericho and her king and her warriors into your hands. Let all your troops march around the city and complete one circuit of the city. Do this 6 days with 7 priests carrying 7 shofarot preceding the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times, with the priests blowing the shofar. And when a long blast is sounded on the shofar, as soon as you hear that sound of the shofar, all the people shall give a mighty shout. Thereupon the city wall will collapse, and the people shall advance, every person straight ahead." At other times, the shofar is a symbol of unity. The people heard the call of the shofar on Mount Sinai as a call to take upon ourselves a sacred covenant. Jews believe that we were all on Sinai. We know the blast of the tekiah will sound long after we are gone. But the shofar is not a trumpet or a clarinet or a trombone. And while the sounds might be familiar, they're actually quite unpredictable. The shofar isn't polished. It contains flaws and cracks. And yes, the shofar's call can be piercing or haunting, but at times it can also be uneven or squeaky. Rabbi Laura Metzger, and this is one of my favorites, writes, "We've made technological advances to improve virtually every area of human life. Yet we still use shofarot made up as they always have been, from sheep or goat's horn, minimally cleaned up, hollowed out with a roughly cut mouthpiece. Why hasn't someone made a better shofar? One that would tekiah with a pure and clear blast like a trumpet, that would shivarim to break your heart like a blues saxophone, that would teruah vibrating like a vibraphone. Why not a better shofar? We could do it. She continues. The bleeding, blasting, burping shofar gives a most haunting sound. It's not pretty, no, but it stirs us, perhaps because it is imperfect, as are we. It's that imperfection that is essential to this period of Cheshbon HaNefesh in the days leading up to the high holidays. Cheshbon HaNefesh is often translated as an accounting of the soul. In Hebrew, Cheshbon means bill. At the end of your meal at a restaurant, you request the cheshbon. It comes itemized with your order and total. You take a look at your bill and you see if everything looks all right. The bill helps us evaluate the choices we make, what we put in our bodies, the price we pay, and if we want to visit that restaurant ever again. Nefesh in Cheshbon HaNefesh means soul, but in the Bible it also means life. So Cheshbon HaNefesh, a personal, itemized list, tracking an account of one's life. I actually love the image or the metaphor of the restaurant bill. Usually we just peek at the bill to make sure nothing seems too out of whack before we settle up. But the period of Cheshbon HaNefesh asks us to examine deeper. In fact, many people use an ordered worksheet to help engage in the sacred work of Cheshbon HaNefesh. Therefore, Cheshbon HaNefesh is the list we create for ourselves about the choices we make. We think about what we put into ourselves. We can evaluate the costs of the different experiences we have, and we can decide what we want to revisit and what we want to change. The process sounds daunting, and it's not easy, but it's not meant to conjure up feelings of guilt or self-judgment or despair. Rather, the work should be affirming and rewarding. If done correctly, it can be inspiring and a vehicle to help us pay close attention to what matters in our lives. There are dozens of ways to engage in this process of Cheshbon HaNefesh, but no doubt, real introspection is the cornerstone of all of them. I encourage each one here to spend a few minutes tonight or at another time on this Shabbat to sit with your personal tab, your personal cheshbon. If you really want to push yourself, spend a few minutes each day leading up to Rosh Hashanah. It's not too late to start. No doubt engaging in a period of real reflection, you will be better prepared to hear the call of the shofar and to experience its mighty blasts as a pathway towards the transformative potential of our holy days. Rabbi Jonathan Blake, who's a rabbi at Westchester Reformed Temple in Scarsdale, New York, writes, "In its journey from an ordinary ram's horn to an extraordinary instrument, the shofar undergoes a transformation much like the one we might experience ourselves during this season of awe. In order to remake our souls for the new year, we begin with a process of spiritual hollowing out, unblocking all those channels in our psyche that may have become obstructed. Negative thoughts, unhealthy habits, the pain of relationships under stress and strain. All of these and more clog up the human channels between ourselves and the divine. When we undertake the spiritual work of the high holidays as a process that begins with hollowing out, we may find ourselves more receptive and more open and more attuned to the melody of God, coursing through us, emerging as a joyful and holy noise." If you're able, we'll say the words of Aleinu on page 586. If you're able, please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula l'yotzer bereshit, shehu noteh shamayim ve'yoseh haaretz, u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim imah, u'shchinat zo begovhei meromim, hu Eloheinu eino.
V'anachnu korin u'mishtachavi u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. 591.
V'nei למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Have a seat. Just a brief announcement or two. It's exciting to head towards these high holidays. All the information about our Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur services are on the Beth El webpage, so you can check them out. But I look forward to joining with everybody. I see the moon, and I think of the moon and heading towards our new year in this month of Elul as we head towards Rosh Hashanah. I hope you can linger a little bit after the service and say hi to somebody new or somebody you have not seen in a while. There's a little oneg out there with the TBE Sisterhood, and I see Lynn back there, so thank you so much for all of that. And of course, thanks to Dale for joining us on this Shabbat. Our prayer for memory, our Kaddish Yatom, is on page 598. If I read the name of your loved one, I invite you to rise in their honor. We'll rise as one community to say the words of Mourner's Kaddish together. In this period of Shloshim, the 30 days since passing, the Bethel community remembers Marvin Zolat and Dan Namey. On this period of Yartzeit, the anniversary since passing, remember with love Janice C. Abrams, Renee Bem, Ruth Borod, Francois V. Bress, John Bunzel, Belle B. Connie, Robin Craig, Edith Dizzen, Rona Weber Epstein, Ralph Gantz, Herbert S. Gokberg, Sidney Goldstein, Theodore Goody, Paul S. Gratch, Harry Kaiser, Fanny Kaplan, Garrett Kavanaugh, Keith Kildow, George Kaniski, Rona Malofsky, Helen Miller, Lee Richard Nowick, Selma Preisler, Gerald Kenneth Rabushka, Norman Rice, Parker T. Roosevelt, Louise Rotman, S. Santosh, Jerry Simon, Alex Sinaiko, Janet Spector, Tibor Vespremi, Arthur Gerald Weisfield, Susan Wilson, Margot Wohl, and Lou Zemmel. If you're thinking of someone else whose name I did not read, I invite you to rise and share their name at this time.
Merle Sweet.
We rise as one community. Do note that the tragedy of September 11th, 2001 was 23 years ago this week. And as we say Mourner's Kaddish, we remember all victims of terror, whether they are here or everywhere, and all innocent victims of murder and war. Together on 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Bi'alma divirak kirute bi'amlich malchute, B'chaye echon uv'yom echon, uv'chaye techol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uv'izman karib bi'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam ulmei almaya, Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar v'yithale v'yithalal shemed husha brichu le'ela min kol berchata b'shirata tush bechata b'nechemata damiram bi'alma bi'imru amen Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya b'chayim aleinu bi'al kol Yisrael bi'imru amen Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu bi'al kol Yisrael b'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all those who mourn here and everywhere, as together we say, Amen. We sing our words, our song of peace. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. May peace come to us here and everywhere. You probably know it, but it is on 657. If you need the words, on the very bottom of the page.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shalom, shalom. Salam
Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom.
Od Yavo
Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. We'll join together in Kiddush, which is, what page is it on? I don't even know.
598.
598, is that true?
I don't know.
No, it's not 598.
Well, you wrote the outlines.
Oh, I wrote the outline. Well, let's sing Kiddush together. 143, thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodshom Yahava ufratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikraye kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim ki anu v'charta Yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim b'shabbat kodshecha b'ava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Shabbat l'chaim. And as I mentioned, we are in the season of Elul, and I spoke about my favorite symbol of the day, the shofar. So we will invite one of our Beth El Baal Tekiah, Ken Fels, up to offer the blast of the shofar before we say Motzi. After I grossed you out on how a shofar is actually made, we might as well hear one. Tekiah, Shivarim, Teruah, Tekiah, all right, Yasher Koach. May the honor be all yours. Thank you so much, Ken. And we join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Say hi to somebody new on the way out.
Shabbat shalom.
Sure.